HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we are looking at a bottle of English Pale Ale from the Buxton Brewery in Buxton, in England. It is 4.9% and it says on the bottle, a celebration of English hops. It doesn't say which ones, but it says it's a kind of a blend of them. Big thanks to Mike at Buxton for sending over this bottle for reviewing. I haven't had this beer in the longest time. These are as fresh as I'm ever going to have them. I think they're up straight off of the kind of out of the conditioning room into the cold store last week. So the beer in the glass, kind of hazy orange, slightly kind of apricot looking, quite chalky looking beer. Not kind of like beer in. It's not like anything in suspension. It's just a matter of kind of bit of hop haze, probably put a lot of hops in. I guess I'm used to Buxton using a lot of American and New Zealand hops, but this is definitely a step in a slightly different direction to compared with a lot of their pale ales, I guess. Anyway, let's have a sniff. Head, not much, but kind of quite a foamy looking head, what there is there. Let's have a sniff. Oh, it's lovely. Oh yeah. Gooseberries. Green apples, but certainly not too much of that. Oh yeah, a bit of hit this, the kind of the sweeter edge of like cider vinegar. There's a sweet kind of waxy honey. There's a quality of kind of dry hay. Yeah, somewhere between like there's a hint of like something that I can always say is, yeah, definitely a bready malt, biscuity malt, but also it's kind of cough lozenges in the kind of the honey and lemon ones. That's really what sings out to me. It's a lovely smelling beer. I mean, when you think of traditional British ales, I always think of bigger breweries like Fuller's, Shepherd Neame, that kind of thing. This clearly takes that, but takes it to another level. Anyway, can't wait to try this. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, that's got a lot of hot bitterness as well. As I said, I guess I was setting myself up for that one. It takes the kind of template of those bigger, more renowned British breweries who make very traditional kind of Kentish ales, and ramps it up because it's got a lot of hot flavour in there and quite a heavy, not heavy, kind of quite a high level of bitterness for this kind of beer. Don't put the IBUs on it, or EBUs in the UK. Medium bodied, getting a bit fuller. Really nice complex bitterness to that as well. It's a funny one. It's not. I'm not that familiar with. It's like perfumed at the end. Definitely gooseberries, maybe a bit of kind of white grape. Got a lot of tart lemon, quite an intense lemon. Slightly perfumey. Bit like, I'm not saying it's metallic, but they can, like if you lick your finger after you've had your hand in your pocket getting coins out. Maybe a bit of apple skin. There's a slight smoky edge to it. Interesting. There is spiciness, which I just can't define at all. For a herbal quality, fresh grass. Yeah, the back end starts getting a bit perfumey. And I'm getting a load of bitter lemon, but it's like a dull, earthy lemon. Yeah, you'd never expect it to be as the respectable ABV of 4.9 at all. It has got a decent amount of body, and it's got quite a lot of that kind of bitterness. I'm just going to pour the rest out. So I'm going to give the rest of this to my wife, but as far as kind of British ales go, it's just got a bit more balls. I think a lot of kind of traditional British beer is just a bit wishy-washy and a bit kind of. It takes those American hopping mentalities and applies them to an English beer, and it gives it a lot more character. It really makes it, as it says on the bottle, a celebration of English hops, and it really is, because it's making most of them really jumping out. I'd like to tell you more about which hops are in there. Probably a bit of Challenger. I think Challenger and Northdown are the kind of hops that do have the aggressive and slightly higher alpha acids than a lot of hops like Fuggles and Goldings and stuff like that. But I think each of those in their place have got a beautiful quality. As I said, I had a clue what's in there. You buy it, you tell me. So yeah, very nice. And I think it's just a good example of what you can do exciting things with English hops. Doesn't all have to be all Simcoe and Citra and Centennial. So that is a bottle of Buxton Brewery's English Pale Ale, 4.9%. Big thanks Mike for this. It's been a real long time since I've tried this, and this, I'm telling you, this is much better than my memories of this beer. I think it's a really impressive beer that a lot of breweries around the UK would be over the moon to brew, and this is just part of Buxton's range. It's not their kind of like flagship beer, it's not their kind of like big middle winner like Axe Edge. It's just a nice alternative to all those American and New Zealand hops, but still we get a lot of welly. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. See you next time. Cheers.